Innocent Minds.
Values, beliefs, and all of these other things. Okay? So we're looking at how did we come about these values? We're looking at, have we ever sat down intentionally and considered what our values were? Have we ever sat down and considered why one thing is esteemed inside of our head? Inside of our, when we're making, why do we esteem one thing over the other? Have we looked at why we're running away from something? And why we're avoiding something? Or why we're saying, I pray it will never come to me. Now, yesterday I was watching a video and it made me very curious. It was a video, I think it was an advert of emptying or something. You know how you're watching YouTube videos and then the video ad pops up and they say, wait for the ad to finish before you can watch the video. And so this ad pops up and it was like it was showing the Yoruba culture, and it was either Airtel or which thing they were advertising where the credit doesn't finish. Yeah? It's Airtel. Notice, pay attention to those of you who have seen the advert. That the prayer, it was like prayer upon prayer and prophecy like that. But notice it was all typical of something we have never paid attention to. Most of the whatever was away from motivated. It was like your enemies will not see you. I paid close attention. Your enemies will not see you. This will not happen to you. This will not happen to you. And I don't mean this in a very bad way, but just my observation. The Yorubas tend to be so enemy will not harm you focused. Yes. Okay? None of the prayers said you will have a better future, a great future. It was all, this will not happen to you. When they gather against you, it will scatter. And it affects how people do religion. So we import culture even into religion. Even when that's not how the Bible or the Quran may be, you will begin to interpret it from the eyes of the culture that you're coming from and see things like that. So when you hear this person wants to pray, there is a prayer that you can pray and said, because your God is a God that owns the cattle upon 1,000 hills, I declare that abundance shall be yours. No, that person doesn't want that kind of prayer. He wants a prayer that said that they will gather against you from the north, they will gather against you from the south, but they will scatter in 7 ways. That's the one where you hear, Amen! So let's go back to our manual. So this is, what do you want? What enables you to sleep? What keeps you awake? What's important to you? Consciously and unconsciously. The reason why some of these things are our values and we're not quick to admit is at the unconscious level they become our values. Consciously we have a new set of values, but unconsciously we have value sets that don't agree with consciously, and so there is a lack of congruence.
Innocent Minds.